So if you use a non scalable database, you will have to do all the management by yourself. You will have to add more nodes. You will have to make sure that the data is rightly proportioned across all the nodes. All of that will be handled by you. CockroachDB makes it easy and takes away all the complexity, where we handle all the scaling, pain, and you just keep working on your app. So that is the first thing that CockroachDB helps you with, is to scale fast. Just keep adding nodes as you grow. Nope, next slide. The second thing it lets you do is survive anything. So again, going back to the example of a single node database, if something happens to your machine, or if something happens to the cloud platform that you're working on, you lose all that data. But with CockroachDB, all the data is replicated. So even if one node goes down, you already have that data saved on other nodes. So your data is always safe. So you can survive all the disasters. And the third thing that CockroachDB lets you do is thrive everywhere. So let's consider the example of Netflix. Now, if Netflix has users in the US, right? So they have a database in the US where the US users can connect to a database and get content. Now, if they open up, start offering their services in India, but if their database is still in the US, then the Indian users will have to send queries all across the world to the US, get that data, and then send it back to the Indian users. So that introduces latency. Instead of that, what CockroachDB does is it lets you partition data and lets you decide where you want which part of your data to live. So you can have your US content for US users in the US, so they don't have to face latency, and then you can do the same thing for the Indian users. So basically, you make sure that everybody gets their Netflix shows without having to wait a lot. So to summarize, what CockroachDB lets you do is scale fast, survive anything, thrive everywhere. And which creature does all of these things? A cockroach, hence the name. Um, and here's the thing though, to set up CockroachDB yourself is a little painful, because again, you have to install the binaries yourself, and you have to pay for the cloud provider, you have to pay for the database license. If you turn this into an enterprise app, you have to hire SREs, you have to hire support, you have to manage risk and compliance. There's a lot that goes into managing CockroachDB on your own, especially at an enterprise level. So instead, you can use CockroachCloud, where we take care of all of it, and then you can just focus on your app. And fun fact, when we started CockroachCloud, it used to cost, like the smallest node possible used to cost $225. But now we recently announced CockroachCloud free tier. These are free forever clusters. It is still in beta, so it is still limited functionality, but it is perfect for a hackathon. So that's what we are going to use today. So enough of me talking. Let's build something with CockroachCloud. Um, so let me put this link in chat. Okay, so I wrote up a Notion document for you to follow along. I'm putting that in chat right now. Where's my chat? Let me know when you can access it. I'm going to move this over so I can access it too. Yes, you do have to sign up. So that is step one, is to, oops, haha, already have normalization. So step one is to sign up for a CockroachCloud free account. This is not how you do it. This is how you do it. Downloading app for Windows, which step are you on? For this workshop, I would recommend using CockroachCloud and not CockroachDB because we don't have time to go into CockroachDB setup in 20 minutes. Okay, once you sign up, you would get an email to verify your email. So I'm doing that off screen because I don't want to share my email. This is what it would look like. Let me know when everybody gets to the stage. Let me know in chat. Do you see this screen? The create your cluster screen? Awesome. Okay, so once you get to this screen, just create your free database. Cool. So once your database is created, you will get a bunch of resources that you can go through. Feel free to do that after the workshop. But for now, we are going to connect to the database. So going back to what we discussed earlier, let me show you what a normal workflow looks like. So if we hadn't done the Cockroach Cloud version, you would have to do all of this by yourself to set up a CockroachDB database. But now with Cockroach Cloud, you don't have to do any of it. And in 30 seconds, you get a cluster set up for you, which is pretty cool. So now what we are going to do is we're going to connect to the cluster. And this is a step. So this is a step that is meant for security reasons, is you download a CA certificate and then use the CA certificate in the connection string so that you can connect to your cluster securely. But this trips up a lot of beginner developers, like new developers. And because I was told that the audience for this workshop is pretty beginner level, I don't want you to trip up over it. So for just for the hackathon, we can skip this step and by using this SSL more equal to require function. But I want to stress very clearly that do not use this option in production because it will make your cluster insecure and it will make it susceptible to man-in-the-middle attacks. But for now, for this workshop, we can skip this step and we can go on to step 2. So in this step, you will, from the drop down, select the OS that you're working with, and then copy this command and run it in your terminal. I already have CockroachDB set up on my terminal, so I'm not going to do it, but you can do it now and let me know when you do. And the way to verify that that the installation is correct is run cockroach version and see if you get the right version. Or see if you get any response, basically. For Windows, select from the drop-down, select for Windows, and then follow the instructions here in this doc. You're welcome. Let me know when you get to this step. Okay. Cool. So once you have CockroachDB installed on your local machine, then you can use the CockroachDB on your local machine to connect to your CockroachCloud cluster and run a bunch of queries. So that's what we'll do first is we'll connect uh, from the terminal to your CockroachCloud cluster using this command. Now, here's the thing. You need to change a few things to be able to connect to the cluster because we skipped this step. So what we need to do is copy this and you can replace all of this part, all the the CA certificate part with SSL mode equal to required. I have highlighted it in the Notion doc for ease of use. So feel free to refer to the doc. And I'm also demonstrating it on my computer. We good? Let me know in chat when you are able to connect to your cluster. Okay. So what we have done now is we are using this terminal. It is a built-in SQL client to connect to our Cockroach Cloud cluster, and now we can run a bunch of queries. So to start with, let's create a database for our to-do app, and I'm going to call it to-dos because I like how it sounds. Next, I'm going to specify that instead of using default DB, I want to use the the database that I just created. So now you can see I'm using the database to-dos. Next, I'm going to create a table within the database, also called to-dos. And then I'm going to see that it actually did what I told it to do. Yep, it created a table for me called to-dos. Let me know in chat when you reach this stage. Also, let me know if you have questions about anything that we are doing or we have done so far. The first step I did to connect was I downloaded the binary and then I copy pasted this command into the terminal, but I replaced the SSL mode, this part, with SSL mode equal to require. So all of this, the verify full blah 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 until CA cert, I replaced it with require. Did that help? Oh, in the terminal here. Yeah, can paste in any directory. Well, in the directory where you ran the binary, like I'm just operating in the same window. I haven't switched windows yet. Wait, what? Oh no. I mean, oh, can you try signing up again? Is this the link you used? Wait, where's the link? Is this the link you used? And then the verification account from Corporate Labs was spam? Right. Okay. Is that what that email looks like? This is what it should look like. And then you clicked on it and it took you to a spam link. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that. If you can ping me on Discord, we can take it to the product managers and figure out what's happening there. I'm so sorry about that. What's the GIF? What does it say? I'm curious. It doesn't. Oh, again, we are running out of time. Can you both of you ping me on Discord and we can take it offline? I can help out both of you. Okay. Oh, so now 7 minutes remaining. Let's get through this as much as we can. So what we've done until now is we connected to the cluster, we created the database, and we created a table within the database. Now let's try to configure an app. So I'm going to open up a new terminal window, and I'm going to clone an app, Python app that we have ready for this workshop. And then I'm going to go into the directory. Let me know when you reach here. All we're doing is we are cloning the sample app repository so that you don't have to spend time setting it up for this workshop. and we can focus on actually connecting the database to your app. Yay, good job. Okay, so once you are in this directory, let's see what's all in this directory, and we are going to edit the hello config file. Oh, why? Where is it? And this is the important part. If this is all you take from this workshop, we are good to go, is to connect your app to your database. This is the string you need to change. So if you look at the, okay, if you look at the Notion doc, you need to change 3 things in this string to be able to connect to your app. So if you go back to this, go to the connection string window and copy it and paste it here. I'm going to wait until everybody does this because this is important. All I did was literally replace the string that was here with this string. That's all I've done so far. Sure. Is that better? So what I'm doing is we cloned this repository, right? And then I'm just editing this file called hello config, and all I did was replace this string with this string. Everybody following? After that, I'm going to do the same thing which we did earlier, which is replace SSL modes stuff with SSL mode equal to require. So I'm replacing this with require. Then I'm going to change Postgres to CockroachDB because we are using SQL Alchemy. All of this is written in the Notion doc. So even if we run out of time, you still have access to all the content. And I'll be available on the Discord channel. So come hang out with me and ask questions if you need to. And then the final thing we need to do is replace the default. Nope, that's not how you do it. Replace the default DB with the database name that we created. So 3 things that we changed in the connection string is that we replaced the SSL mode stuff with require. We changed the database name to the database that we want to use. And then we changed the SQL dialect from Postgres to CockroachDB because that's what we need to do for SQL Alchemy. And don't forget to save the file. And then let's see if we can test the app real quick. I already have all the dependencies installed, plus SQL Alchemy and SQL Alchemy for CockroachDB. So I'm just going to run this quick and see if it works. And if it does, it should be live here. Yay, we have an app that is connected with the database. And then if you go select star from to-dos, you should be able to see the thing that we just entered. And that's it. We created a Cockroach Cloud cluster, we connected to it, we created a database, and we entered data into it. I know we are at time, so thank you everybody for joining us. And again, like I said, you have access to the Notion doc. You also have access to all our official documentation. We have some really good docs, so go check it out. And I'll be in the Discord channel if you need help. And good luck with the hackathon.